Reacher's success proves Tom Cruise should return to the film role. It's been just over a month since Reacher premiered on Prime Video, and the series is already turning heads. Although its big screen adaptations with Tom Cruise weren't as successful as the producers were probably expecting, the character is enjoying plenty of streaming attention. Maybe now would be a good time to bring a third film adaptation to cinemas. The Tom Cruise film version of the acclaimed novel series Jack Reacher was a fine adaptation with great performances from Cruise and Rosamund Pike, touching on icy subjects such as justice and corruption. The film is based on Lee Child's ninth novel of the series, titled One Shot, and was directed by Christopher McQuarrie, who is now a Mission Impossible veteran. When a sniper kills 5 people randomly, the police quickly accuse and arrest a suspect named James Barr, who asks for Jack Reacher. Upon arrival in the city, Reacher quickly reveals a larger plot is afoot, uncovering secrets that many in high positions want to keep buried. It would seem odd that such a star as Tom Cruise, who has brought the Mission Impossible franchise such a great success, could not turn Jack Reacher into another successful franchise. Although an above-average crime thriller with a contained and charismatic performance from Cruise, the film was mildly received. Nevertheless, it was enough to bring the character back for a sequel, this time directed by Edward Zwick. Adapting the 18th novel with the same title, Cruise reprised his role in Jack Reacher, Never Go Back, and was joined by Cobie Smulders. Upon finding that commanding officer Susan Turner Smulders was arrested and Reacher himself falsely accused of crimes allegedly committed while he was in the Army, the pair set out on a journey to clear their names and uncover the truth. Sadly, Never Go Back wasn't enough to satisfy critics or audiences. The film was extremely formulaic and quite monotonous. It disappointed on almost every level, and although fans of the novels might have been craving for more, a third installment was out of the question. Fortunately, creator Nick Santoros saw the potential of the novels and developed an 8-episode series for Prime Video. After finishing first on the weekly streaming ranking, Reacher quickly became the most watched Prime Video series, surpassing The Wheel of Time. Moreover, it is acclaimed by both critics and audiences. Reacher is played by Alan Ritchson, who departs slightly from Cruise's version of the character. The series is energetic, entertaining, and riveting, but still grounded in humanity, which feels quite authentic to the novels. With an ensemble of talented actors, it has been renewed for a second season. Tom Cruise is about to open his sequel to Top Gun, titled Maverick, while the next 2 years will hopefully see the release of the much-anticipated Mission Impossible 7th and 8th installments. This would be a perfect time for a third Jack Reacher film to make its way to cinemas. Cruise certainly deserves a chance to redeem the title hero, and the story could surely close in a trilogy. There's no lack of source material from Child's 26 published novels, and someone like Santora may see the potential in a third movie. When Tom Cruise first stepped into the role of Jack Reacher in the 2012 film Jack Reacher, the casting sparked widespread debate among fans of the beloved Lee Child novels. The character of Reacher, as described in the books, is a hulking 6'5" ex-military investigator with an imposing presence. Cruise, standing at 5'7" and with a leaner, more compact frame, seemed an unlikely choice to embody the physically intimidating Reacher. However, what Cruise may have lacked in physical stature, he more than made up for with his trademark charisma, intensity, and action prowess. Despite the initial backlash, the film was a box office success, and Cruise returned for a sequel, Jack Reacher, Never Go Back, in 2016. Now, with the success of the recent Reacher series on Amazon Prime, fans are once again debating whether Tom Cruise should return to the role. The Reacher series, starring Alan Ritchson in the titular role, has been praised for its more faithful adaptation of the books, particularly in terms of Ritchson's physical resemblance to the character. Standing at 6'2" and boasting a muscular frame, Ritchson certainly looks the part, and his portrayal has been well received by both fans and critics alike. However, the success of the series and Ritchson's portrayal doesn't negate the fact that Tom Cruise brought a unique and compelling take on the character that still resonates with audiences today. Cruise's Reacher may not have been the physical giant described in the novels, but his version of the character had a depth and complexity that went beyond brute strength. Cruise's Reacher was cerebral, methodical, and always one step ahead of his adversaries. In many ways, his portrayal emphasized the mental and strategic aspects of the character, showing that Reacher's true strength lay in his intelligence and resourcefulness, rather than just his physicality. This approach allowed Cruise to make the role his own, giving audiences a Reacher who is just as formidable, if not more so, than the one described in the books. One of the key elements that makes Tom Cruise such an appealing action star is his commitment to authenticity in his performances. Cruise is known for performing his own stunts and pushing the boundaries of physical endurance in his action sequences. In the Jack Reacher films, this dedication was on full display, with Cruise engaging in intense hand-to-hand combat scenes, high-speed car chases, and brutal shootouts. His performance brought a raw, visceral energy to the character, making the action sequences feel real and immediate. It's this kind of commitment that helped elevate the Jack Reacher films from standard action fare to something more memorable. Moreover, Tom Cruise's star power is undeniable. Few actors in Hollywood have the kind of global recognition and box office draw that Cruise commands. His presence in any film guarantees a level of attention and excitement that few others can match. While the Reacher series has found success on a smaller scale, there's no denying that Cruise's return to the role would bring the character back into the mainstream in a big way. A new Jack Reacher film starring Cruise would not only attract fans of the original films, but also introduce the character to a new generation of moviegoers who may not be familiar with the books or the recent series. Another factor to consider is Cruise's ongoing success in the action genre. In recent years, he has continued to dominate the box office with films like Mission Impossible, Fallout, and Top Gun: Maverick, both of which received critical acclaim and prove that Cruise still has what it takes to lead major action franchises. His ability to consistently deliver thrilling, high-octane performances has only solidified his status as one of the top action stars in Hollywood. Bringing Cruise back to the Jack Reacher franchise would not only capitalize on his current momentum, but also provide fans with another opportunity to see him in a role that many feel was unjustly cut short. It's also worth noting that the Jack Reacher character offers a different kind of action hero compared to Cruise's other roles. Whereas Ethan Hunt from the Mission Impossible series is known for his high-tech gadgets and death-defying stunts, Reacher is a much more grounded, no-nonsense character. He operates with minimal resources, relying on his wits, fists, and keen observation skills to get the job done. This stripped-down, gritty approach to action is something that sets Reacher apart and makes the character so intriguing. Cruise's ability to switch gears from the more stylized action of Mission Impossible to the raw, street-level violence of Jack Reacher demonstrates his versatility as an actor and action star. Ultimately, while Alan Ritchson has done an admirable job as Reacher in the Amazon series, there's still a strong case to be made for Tom Cruise's return to the role. His portrayal of the character may have diverged from the books in terms of physical appearance, but he brought a level of intensity, intelligence, and star power that made his version of Reacher unforgettable. With Cruise still at the top of his game in the action genre, now is the perfect time for him to revisit the role and give fans one more Jack Reacher film that combines the best of his action prowess with the cerebral, hard-hitting character that fans have come to love. Reacher's success has opened the door to a renewed interest in the character, and Tom Cruise is still the actor best suited to bring him back to the big screen.